Hey everyone, got 5 packages in. A couple of them are going to be really interesting, so time for another mailbag. Let's get started. Starting with this one here, it says expansion board terminal adapter. This one ordered April 22nd, arrived May 20th. It's June 20th at the moment, so this was a month ago. It's been sitting in my bin, so I'm not quite sure what this is anymore. Oh, actually I do know what this is. I did zoom you in though, because I had a feeling it was going to be small just by feeling the bag. So these are another new type of microcontroller for when I get around to doing tutorials on a bunch of microcontrollers. This one is going to be hard to see, but let me just confirm. Yeah, it doesn't really say on this, but this is supposed to be a MH Tiny and an AT Tiny 88, but I'll take a picture of this chip for you and post it on the video here. It doesn't quite look like it says that on the chip. It does look like it says Atmel, but it almost looks like it's been scuffed off. So I'm not really sure what to think of this, and so if you guys know, let me know. But it looks like it does its own USB, because there is no USB chip on here. It looks like it has a reset button, voltage regulator, a 78L05, so 5 volt regulator. Maybe we'll plug it in and see if it does some sort of blinky. Please don't catch fire, please don't catch fire, please don't catch fire. Looks like it might be doing some USB stuff. Or maybe it just has a really fast blinky? I don't know. I know nothing about this micro, but I noticed that it was a very small chip and there was a lot of I/O, and so I figured I would give it a shot. Anybody know any good videos on this stuff? Next one up is this one here. This one here is thanks to all the people using my affiliate links, because this is from Amazon. This was 2-day shipping and it was $35, but after my affiliate income it was only about 16 bucks. So what is this? Well, you may have seen all over the internet these little battery chargers. This is definitely, you know, one of those Chinesium things, and I'm hoping that they're any good at all. They're for charging like you know, car batteries, and I think some of them do lithium iron phosphor. That's, you know, LiFePO4, but that's only because, you know, they can output a constant voltage. This thing feels quite a bit cheaper than I expected. It's actually a little bit smaller and lighter than I expected too. But the important part of this is it has a pulse repair mode. Now this pulse repair mode is odd. There's not a lot of information on it, but apparently if your lead acid batteries go low or get old, you can pulse high voltage pulses during the charge process to try to bring them back. And I have quite a few you know, lead acid batteries here that could use a pulse repair. So I want to try this out and see if it works. And these little chargers, you know, they seem to be the best way to attempt that. But my God, are these things ever built down to a price? Feels very cheap. Let me grab a battery and we'll see if we can just do a regular charge thing. I want to make a full video on this afterwards. This is the old battery off my wife's Honda Fit. Let's hope it doesn't spark. Sometimes these things have big capacitors, and let's see if it'll spark. Oh yeah, it did spark. That's not a good sign. It really shouldn't be sparking. Oh, the LCD is absolute garbage, but it could be because the voltage is too low. Let me just plug this in. But yeah, typically you don't want a charger that'll spark like that. Oh wow. That LCD is trash. Oh, a fan just came on. Alright, let's go mode select. Oh my god, even those little LEDs are terrible. Wow, this thing is... There we go, standard battery. It says it's 100%. It says this is up to 10 amp charger, but I guess it just automatically goes? That doesn't make any sense. Words cannot express how crap this screen is. That's incredibly bad. I don't know if you guys can see, but you need to be tilted like literally over 45 degrees to get this to be able to be seen. Also, this says this battery is like at 100%, but it's not. It's at 12.5 volts, so it can't be over 80% really. And as soon as you plug it in, well, you have no control. You can only choose the type of charge you want. And so first stage, it always goes into desulfation, which I believe is a pulsed current draw and current push, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure I like this thing already. It's like feels really cheap. I mean, it wasn't very expensive, but at the same time, it's like there's not too much smarts in this thing, so I don't know. I'm gonna give it a couple goes, but you know, the fact that these cables are so thin, so is the input cable, by the way. The fan is just going gangbusters before it even did anything. The screen is terrible. Wow. I'm not sure I can recommend this one, but you know, I think it might be worth keeping, maybe just because I can make some videos on it. Ugh. Huh, and after only a couple of minutes, like literally 2 or 3, it says full, so now it's going into like a trickle charge, and it says to keep going somewhere after it says full. When charging is ending, we suggest you keep charging for 2 hours till the screen displays off, which means it's now in a trickle charge. I'm calling BS on that. Let's see here. Hopefully you guys can see that screen. Yeah, it brought the voltage up to 14.3, and now it just... Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe wait till the full video. Next one up is this one here. I know why I ordered these. I don't remember why I have this number of them. You have seen one before. May 14th to June 6th, $24.70. You have seen it on this channel before, pretty recently. So keep in mind, I have one of these modules already here. But now, I have 4 more. Why did I order 4? I bet you it was just because it was good price to shipping ratio. But anyways, these are basically motor drivers. Ooh, they're not marked the same as the other ones I have. But anyways, they are based on the BTS 7960B, 2 half-bridge drivers put together to make a full bridge or H-bridge driver. And they were nice enough to put a little piece of foam there, but it didn't really help. The pins are bent to hell anyways. So yeah, this is up to 43 amps of current at up to 27 volts. So these things are pretty powerful for a little size. And I wanted 3. For whatever reason, I bought 4. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Just can't think of it right now. But yeah, I might have a video out on checking these things out by the time this video is live. If not, you just hang on a sec or just go on join Patreon because it's up there for sure. But yeah, basically you run a little brushed DC motor, or little, can be pretty big, And if you do the math, roughly 40 amps at roughly 25 volts, that's a lot of power. So you can move quite a bit of stuff with this thing. But yeah, why did I get 4? Next one up is not in a box or not in a package, and that's because the package came in with no information as to where it came from. So when I opened it, I realized, oh, this is something that icystation.com had said they were going to send me like months ago. It just takes very long to get here on the slow boat from China. So this is a DC digital meter. So I'm not sure. Is there a volt max? Nope. 300 amps is the maximum current. That's actually pretty nuts. So this is it here, and I will tell you, this thing is burly. This thing weighs a ton, probably because of the big current shunt in the back. So yeah, you would bolt your 2 cables onto here, and then that would give you your current through the shunt. But it looks like power 5 to 12. And then, oh, so it's, okay, so digital multimeter on this side, plus it's powered independently, 5 to 12 volts, and that's what these leads are for. They plug in there. And then, yeah, you can read up to 300 amps. This thing is serious. It uses a number 3 Phillips, and I don't know what size, probably an 11 mil. Nope, 12 millimeter. Ooh, that feels chunky. Oh, that feels wrong. That feels like it's threaded right into copper because it's very, very chewy. No, it's threaded into steel underneath there, I think. Ooh. Oh, maybe because it has a lock washer. That's why it feels like it's dragging. Yeah, I don't have any serious size cables for this, but I asked for this because I knew I was going to do solar projects, and so having a meter like this to read current out to you is actually pretty useful. I'm going to plug it in here. But now, since it maxes out at 300 amps, which is a lot, I sincerely wonder how accurate it's going to be at kind of like the lower end. So let's see if we can power it up first. One there. One there. Let's turn that on. Oh god. Up to 12 volts. That was 24 volts. VSet 12. Enter. There we go. 12 volts. Okay, so right now it cannot read anything, and that's probably because it's only powered. Need to put the volt sense lead in. So I'll just plug that in like so. And 2, what do we got? 12.0. Now my read-in is saying 11.99, so that's pretty close. That's good. Alright, and now we just need to figure out a way to draw a lot of current through here. Like, obviously I can use the read-in to shoot a couple amps through, but the voltage will drop. Let me set that up. Okay, so I've got it powered by 5 volts here, and I've got the read-in. Maybe I can slide the read-in into view so you guys can enjoy as well. I'm trying to get both on screen here. Very difficult. Okay. Anyways, got the read-in here. As soon as I press on, we're going to get 12 volts, 2 amps, but of course the voltage will drop in order to keep the current constant. So let's see what happens here. So yeah, we're reading 0.7 volts, 1.99 amps, and would you look at that? It actually says 2 amps across there. Huh. Let's see if we can get 5 amps. So 5 amps, 0.19 says 0.17, very close, and 5 amps. Well, I am impressed. this thing might be extremely useful for things like measuring current of the solar system. Oh, and that just turns on and off the backlight. What else does it do? Press and hold. Well, I'm sure it's got functions. I mean, it's got a pretty thick book here. Most of it in Chinese. But it seems to be working just fine. Interesting. Let me know if you guys want a full review and test of this. This thing looks higher quality than I expected. And the final one is this one here. Not sure how much I'll be able to show you at the bench or if I'm going to stitch in some video. But this thing was ordered June 10th, arrived June 20th, that's today. $29.40, and this is Canadian, mind you. And what this is, at least I'm hoping what it is, yeah. This is an OBD2, Onboard Diagnostics 2, code scanner. So basically an automotive type trouble code scanner. But it claims to be able to do live data reading. I'm not sure about that, but I figured for $30, if it can do live data reading, then color me impressed. I'm not quite sure if it'll be able to, but hey, I'm really apt to find out. Now, I could power this up here at the bench, but I do risk breaking something because I do know I can just inject 12 volts in ground onto here. Should I risk it? Okay, don't do what Danny Don't does. I've got pin 5 on ground and 4 and 5 are ground in here, and pin 16 on 12 volts. Hopefully it doesn't move around in short contact. Oh, 0.04, 0.07 amps. Oh. Can you guys see that? Oh, you guys can not really see it. Alright, what do we have here? Diagnosis, DTC lookup, battery, settings. Oh, that's it. Settings, languages, unit, data logging, self-test, system info. Okay. Let's see. Can we run a diag on a car? Oh, no, it's auto-detecting. So this thing does say it can do live data. I mean, I'm doubtful, but it does say all data stream, graph display, record, playback. I am readiness, that's normal. Yeah, so it can't detect anything, probably because we don't have a car hooked up to it. So that ain't gonna work. But yeah, it says no good. Oops, that's not that's not what I wanted to do. Go back. Let's see what it can do for a battery test. Oh, it's just graphing my 12 volts here. It says voltage 12.0 volts. Yeah, well, that's because I have it on the read-in. Okay, that means maybe if you crank the starter, it'll show the starter graph, which would be interesting. Let's go up to DTC lookup. Oh, look at that, generic. Let's see if my Volvo's on here. Volvo, okay. Code number P0. Let's go 1, 3, 5. This is a generic code. Let's see. Nah, it doesn't work. P1135. Reserved. I think it's a 2 code. P2135. Still says reserved. Oh well. You know what? Body code? Meh. I'm not quite sure what it's gonna what it hopes to accomplish there. So yeah, I guess I'm the most interested in the data stream to see if you can actually read stuff off of it. So I suppose if I'm able to, I will splice in some video next, and if not, you'll just have to wait for the full video. But let me know either way in the comments below how interested you are on this, because I do have a second channel, Dan Fixes Cars. You can go on that channel. For sure you'll see this thing more often, but if you just want a surface look at the electronics behind this and maybe the electronics behind a car, let me know if you wanted to see that on this channel. And so that's it for another episode of Mailbag. Special thanks to my Patreon patrons. If you want to join the coolness, check out the description below. There should be a link to my Patreon there. Thanks to IC Station for sending me this. Actually, you know, I'm quite impressed. This thing weighs a ton, which typically means there's lots of metal in it, which typically means it has to be relatively high quality. I can't wait to test this out for real. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, but also make sure to go down in the comments and let me know which one of these things you want me to focus my attention on. Are you wondering what the mystery project is with these things? Do you want me to test this before I test it on my solar system? Do you want me to see if I can fix batteries with this thing? Do you care at all about automotive stuff? And are you curious what an AT Tiny 88 does? Thanks for watching.